Welcome to Learn Instrumentation Engineering YouTube channel. Today we are going to detailedly discuss about ICS panels, especially power distribution panel. So we would be detailedly briefing on the general arrangement of power distribution panel and what are different types of electronic components that is being used in this power distribution panel as well. So stay tuned to get more insights and knowledge on the ICS PDB panels. In this YouTube channel, Learn Instrumentation Engineering, we would be discussing on basic fundamentals and concepts of instrumentation and control system engineering. We would also cover the latest technological updates and upgrades which is happening in and around instrumentation globally. We would also cover latest oil and gas news as well. So if you are an instrumentation budding student or instrumentation engineer or even an expertise in the field of instrumentation, do subscribe to our channel and I am pretty sure I add more value to your knowledge. So let's get into this video. In ICS rack room or technical room, we have different types of panels. In the previous video, I have discussed detailedly on the ICS rack room layout. So what are the different types of panels and its arrangements is detailedly discussed. So if you haven't watched that video, let me put that video link in the description so you can watch it later. So in the ICS rack room, power distribution panel plays a vital role in the ICS system. This power distribution panel in ICS rack room would handle different types of power supply sources. So that includes 230 volt AC, 24 volt DC, 110 volt DC and other types of power source as per the requirement of control systems in the facility. So this is basically the general arrangement of a power distribution panel. You could clearly see that there are two sections, left and right, and this is mainly for redundant support. 230 volt AC power supply is being supplied by UPS from electrical substation to the power distribution panel in ICS rack room. Basically, we do have two feeders, feeder 1 and feeder 2. Feeder 1 and 2 both would be supplying 230 volt AC with redundant systems. So in the left section, we have feeder 1 230 volt AC power system. In the right section, feeder 2 would be supplying 230 volt AC power supply. So this is basically for redundant purpose. If any electronic component fails in the feeder 1 section, feeder 2 will take care. So that's a basic idea of redundancy. So in the top section, you could see the feeder 1 and 2 is being supplied by an MCCB to the 230 volt AC busbar. So what is basically the MCCB? It's a modulated case circuit breaker. So that would arrest any electrical surge to protect the ICS control system. So this is the main function of this MCCB, and the load would be designed or calculated the initial phase of the project itself. Some of the MCCBs would be having 32 amps load, 63 amps, and even higher that would cater the load requirement of the ICS control systems. So once this 230 volt AC would come across this MCCB, it gets into the 230 volt AC bus bar. So we have 230 volt bus bar in feeder 1 section and in feeder 2 section as well. Now downstream of this 230 volt bus bar, lot of different ICS control system panels would tap this power source. So we do have marshalling panels that includes analog and digital. We do have system cabinets and that includes DCS, ESD and FNG systems. And also we have monitoring stations like HIS, printer, L2 switch and other different control systems panels. So these would be requiring 230 volt AC power source and that would be tapped from this bus bar through individual MCBs. So here we may be using 25 ampere load for these marshalling panels or system panels and 10 amps load for human interface stations, printers and other control systems. So this is how the different panels would be tapping the 230 volt AC power supply system. and next comes the 24 volt DC section. So we would be using a power supply converter, and that would convert 230 volt AC into 24 volt DC system. Again, we have two sections, power supply unit left and power supply unit right, to cater the redundant configurations. So again, this 24 volt DC, which is converted from 230 volt, will get into a 24 volt bus bar, positive and negative. And again, this 24 volt DC bus bar would be supplied to different ICS panels for powering up of these electronic components in the ICS panels, and that goes till the field instruments. So in a power distribution panel, we would be getting the 230 volt UPS feeder 1 and 2, and then this 230 volt would has to cross the MCZPs for any electrical protection, and again this would get into the bus bar to give power supply to different ICS panels. Additionally, this 230 volt would be converted into 24 volt DC power source, and again it would get into 24 volt DC bus bar, and again this would supply the power to different ICS panels. So this is basically the power distribution panel in the ICS rack room. Hope this video have given a tremendous knowledge to you. If you really like this video, just hit the like button and share to our instrumentation community. If you want to watch such technical videos, do subscribe to our channel Learn Instrumentation Engineering. Thank you.